I played against. Well, this guy is Masters on the EU server,
Oh, but he's diamond on the
but he's
American.
Diamond on an American. This is the Smurf account that he uses on NA. His
Oh,
he's really good on EU.
oh yeah.
He mains Zerg and I main Terran, and so we switched races and played. The game actually turned out to be he plays an amazing style of Terran that I don't even play versus Zergs, and my win rate versus Zerg is like 70%. And so I was really surprised to see him play like this. But I'm not very good at Zerg at all, so this game I play it as very rough. Uh, but I can try to explain what was
Yeah.
going through my mind whilst playing. But
There we go. Okay, let me change a couple of things here and there. Okay. Um, want me to just take it from your view or just?
either way, I mean, we're just watching it right now to see if it was actually worth if it's actually worth casting.
You know what? I'm doing it right now just to kind of,
Oh, okay. I'll slow it down then. Oops.
I mean, here, let me take it off. There we go. Off. I have it on your view, but I had it on your camera, so
Oh yeah.
that massive APM spike kind of
Yeah,
throws
no,
it way off. Yeah, it's like 200. It's at 300, and the other guy's at 75.
yeah, my PM is usually pretty high.
So you can speed it up if you want, just to kind of get past the
Alright,
first.
so you're not okay, so you're not recording.
No, I am recording. You can speed it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Alright.
mind that. It's like
Yeah.
normally the first few minutes of the game, it's really just kind of like blah.
He actually opened CC first, which I was not expecting, to be honest. But I do open hatch first, and then I put my spawning pool down. On Whirlwind, very standard opening is CC first. I probably actually should have expected it from a good player like him.
Yeah.
He gets his gas, I would say a little bit early, but for the build he's going, I guess it's fine.
Yeah. He's got a Marine instead of a Reaper. Kind of
Yeah,
strange.
he gets a Marine. Yeah, he gets 2 early Marines for the bunker. Oh shit, it's like a lagging. Holy fuck.
Uh-oh.
I just like lagged a ton, my bad. So and then he goes straight for Reaper, I mean Hellions, which as you can see right now, which he's doing. I just got my 3rd base up, and I have 1 Spinecrawler in my natural, because I thought he was making a Reaper.
Yeah. He's actually building his 3rd at the moment, too.
Yes, he is getting a very early economy.
Yeah, he's getting... oh, okay.
Yeah. And so as we can see, I am not moving the Spinecrawler, and then I see the Hellions right there. I moved those queens actually a little bit too far, but I'm just trying to get my creep spread going, getting my Overlord spread to see when he's going to be taking that 3rd.
Okay.
As we can see, he is going bio. You can see him
Oh.
adding on 3 racks from his 2 already, and he's still
Yeah.
producing. Now he's producing Widow Mines.
Oh, jeez. Are you on ×8 or ×4?
This is ×4. I'll slow it down now.
Yeah,
this is
go about ×2 or faster, because then I was picking up that lag too.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Shows I
Okay.
gotta pay bills.
Yeah, I'll just go faster.
No,
As
you
we can
could,
see,
yeah.
he has 2 really weak Hellions from my queens, but he's repairing those. I'm saturating my 3rd now. I held out the Hellions without losing really any drones at all, so that was pretty good by me. But as we can see, he now, like I said, is making Widow Mines, getting his upgrades for his bio. He's not started 2-2 yet, but he has an extremely early 1-1, I must say.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have 1-1 on the way. As you can see, me sending links over to this command center, his 3rd base. He has Hellions and stuff in the perimeter, so it shouldn't do that much damage. But I think I do a lot more damage than I should right here. As we can see,
Actually, you might. Actually, his army supply is a lot higher than yours, or his army spending
that's
to.
Widow. Yeah, that Widow mine right there just killed a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I tried to take out that supply depot, but I couldn't get it, and he does end up finishing it. I try to do like a little loop around with these lings, only to run into the wall, and I think I lose all of these actually.
Nope, you
Yeah.
get him in, but you get a nice kind of a scout out of what he's on. So you lost 28 lings to 3 Hellions and 3 SCVs and 2 queens. So
Yes.
yeah. Oh, if you hit
Now,
Shift
alright, so-
L, it'll tell you how many units you've lost, or what
Yes,
units.
Yeah.
Shift. Yeah, I just found that out. I was like, wow, cool.
Yeah.
So
But anyways, as you can see, I did go Mutalisk. We can see him flying in right here, going to harass the natural a little bit. I probably should have went to the third instead, because the third is just like so undefended right now. If I would have went to the third, I think that would have been guaranteed damage. But I do a little bit with what I had. He stems his entire army, and he's not making that many medevac. Like he only has 2 out, and so him stemming his entire army is actually pretty big. As
Yeah,
we can
that's always good
see,
news.
yeah, but like I said though, I do actually end up losing this game. So what he's going for is he's going for some crazy aggression. Like he's going to send his army, and then he's going to just stream the living shit out of just everything. Like he's going to start streaming Marines. Like look how many racks of Marines he's on right now.
Yeah, he's producing 13 at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just going to be sending continuous wave after wave after wave of Marines while making medevacs and widow mines to go along with it.
Yeah,
And he just keeps the aggression on this entire game. As you can see, I do have banelings and come in.
yeah,
I
but
think someone just knocked him out. Come in. Never mind. Okay, that was really good. But that was like yeah, like now we see he makes those widow mines, puts them down. I don't want to engage into this, but I do decide to try and go for it.
yeah,
All of his widow mines are down, but
yeah.
I do end up.
You did stop him, stop the widow mines.
Yeah, I end up cleaning this out pretty easily.
Yeah. Did you get yourself an overseer? No.
I'm making one right now. As you
Okay.
can see, it's in production, but he's still making tons and tons of Marines, and he's just going to send wave after wave after wave of stuff. Like as we can see right now, like he's just sending more and more and more. I don't clean these widow mines out. That I think was probably the biggest thing, because now whenever he fights right next to these widow mines, I'm going to die to them. Like they're going to kill everything that I have.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Actually, because the way they're positioned is they're both on both ramps. So basically, you going towards him regardless, because he still has one in the back too.
exactly. Like he is playing this really really well. And I'm floating a ton of minerals. Like the amount of minerals I'm floating is like crazy. He takes out the overseer. And now all I have is Muta, which versus Marine is not very good. Not very good at all. He's bringing
Yeah.
all of his widow mines. I do manage to pick them almost all off, but he gets a really good hit right there
Yeah.
onto them. And now look at it, him just streaming and streaming and streaming more.
Yeah.
I think I end up cleaning this up, but even then, like, at what cost? Like, how much stuff have I lost so far compared to him? I've lost 2,000 more, which as a Zerg player is not very good, not very good at all.
Yeah, that's not really good.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
His army supply I think is big. I actually don't know at this point. Oh my bad, I didn't mean pause.
Actually, your army's bigger.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're only up by 3,500, but it's bigger. Oh, that's gonna top 3,000. It's gonna be up to 4,000.
Yeah.
That could be just because of the mutas. Just
The
'cause of-
lings as well. Like, there's so much like stuff that goes into the ling. I'm going to end up losing a lot of these meters to that are mine right there. It does get a lot.
Yeah.
And he's still just continuously streaming, just this non-stop aggression. I took a fourth, but like, look at it, how many drones are at it. It's like none. Like,
Yeah.
literally, it's none.
Yeah, but at least you have it for the larva, which is kind of the big thing that you need right now, since you have lost a couple. Did you? Yeah, you lost a few queens
Yeah, I
during
did.
certain engagements. So
But like even then, like look at these engagements. Like they're just going terribly for me. Like I'm not getting anything out of them. He's still just streaming Marines and Marines and Marines. I don't know honestly what beats this. I even asked him, and he said sometimes and that's his main race. He loses to this just non-stop aggression.
Yeah.
I think what he said is just proper micro versus the Widow mines.
yeah, oh, there he goes for the
Now
small
he's-
drop. Yeah.
Yeah, this
So
is
he's
where,
he's gonna split your army up in two.
yeah,
and
this
that's
is the
not
part
good.
where this is the part where I start to lose, because I have to send I kill all of this.
Now
I
you
clean
gotta
out. Yeah, but now I have the drop to deal with, which I'm not dealing with, and I send all of my mutas. I have a ton of mutas, and I send them all to deal with this drop. But now he's just going to push into my natural, which is just like he's playing this like really, really well.
Yeah.
Which
Oh.
I just wasn't prepared to deal with this non-stop aggression. Like the build that I went, which was Mutaling and a Baneling, I don't have the micro capabilities with Zerg to be able to like hold any of this off. But as we can see actually right now, this is a really good engagement for me. But he's still just streaming more and more and more. Uh, I thought I had him. I honestly did at this point, but then that Widow Mine right there happened, and it just killed all of my Zerglings. And this is the part where I started to kind of realize that I had lost. But I do end up winning that fight. I think, all right, now I'll just counter attack. But he has way too much stuff, way too much production for me to handle. I come over here, I try to go over here, but there's nothing I could do.
Yeah, he's now gonna take his fourth.
Exactly, like.
But you know, he has a mineral heavy army, but he's floating so much that he's has to build more production to keep up with the mineral count.
Exactly, like his mineral income is actually like
It's less than yours.
oh yeah, definitely. Is it?
Yeah.
I actually thought he'd have more of an income, but
No,
that's really weird.
he's less than yours. Let me see.
I don't know.
He's got a full energy orbital. He's got another full energy orbital. So he's got like 3 orbitals, like has a bunch of mules, and then he's got a whole bunch of SCVs still stuck at his main. So that's why his income's kind of small.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's not dropping.
Yeah. So I do start to lose this game. As we can see, I think this is about the part where I surrender. It should be around here somewhere. It's after he kills all of these Mutalists. I just surrender because look how much of an army he still is making, creating, like just constantly. It's insane. Like I was not prepared to deal with this much aggression. My gas income is very low. Like I didn't take the gas in my natural, which I didn't even know, and I don't have any gases in my main really. Anybody in my main, not at all.
Oh yeah.
And so my gas income was just so low, and I didn't have the banelings that I needed. And I think if I would have been made more banelings, I could have been fine, but I just didn't, and that was a huge issue. And this is around the part where I surrender, I believe.
Well, his upgrades are better too. He's 3-2 at the moment.
Yeah, he upgraded really quickly as well.
He's only got he's just finished 3-3.
3-3. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And 3-3 Marines, and now he's dropping that base. I have to deal with this, but at the same time, he's just going to run into the natural. And there's nothing I can do. Like even cleaning up a 2 medevac drop, I'm having issues. And at this point, it's like my income is just gone to shit. And
Yeah, I mean your minerals are okay. It's just you'd have no gas.
exactly.
So
And I don't have. And Zerg in the late game is a very gas heavy composition, really. He just goes into the natural now, and this is where I think I tap out really soon. Yeah.
yeah, it seems like you would, because there's just from all his production, he's got what 10. He's got 10 racks.
Yeah,
He's got
so many
4 orbitals.
Yeah, he just I don't know like how else to say it other than he really just outplayed me this game, even though he didn't play I think as well as he could have because he has tons of SCVs that are not doing anything. But
Yeah, he had these guys not mining for almost 3 minutes now, 3 to 4 minutes before he even took his fourth. And
exactly.
He's got 30 SCVs there. He's got a natural that's not mining. Crap, if he even went all in, just took all the SCVs that weren't mining.
If I would have been able to hold, I could have won. But I mean, point is that he just went a full out aggression build and he played it really well. He microed very well.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not every day you see a full on aggression build. Like I've been doing that against Zerg, and it's really difficult for Protoss players to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just like I've changed my timings a lot. So you know, again with the 3 zealot push, or at least the 3 zealot scout, and do damage. You know, it does what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It's just trying to figure out what tech path Zerg's gonna go, and that's the only real problem with Protoss is that you cannot changing tech paths quickly is not an option, whereas Terran and Zerg you can pretty much do that pretty kind of quickly without having to really damage most of your army supply, because Marines can counter almost everything. So So if I go Robo and you go straight to Mutas, I got nothing to really counter that. You know, if I
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I have to guess that he's gonna go mutas by looking at his Zergling count and his upgrades for his Zerglings, which sometimes you don't see that. But all I'm looking for is the +1 on their armor, and that tells me, oh, okay, he's got this going for him. But yeah, you've like looking at the loss tab, like you've lost twice as much as he did from
Yeah.
Zerglings to Marines. I
Yeah,
mean,
he played very, very cost efficiently.
yeah, it was
Um,
very cost effective because he only lost 9,000 less than you did, and that's.
yeah,
But then again, Zergs are supposed to lose just a little bit more, but not as much as you lost,
yeah, like
considering. Yeah,
what I feel for Zerg it's really hard to hold full out aggression as he did.
yeah,
Uh, he kind of just I don't know. I always feel like Zerg's being defensive is really hard, and I couldn't put on aggression because he has static defenses with Widow Mines and turrets, and so it's just really hard for me to even move out of my base to get scouting information to do anything really,
yeah,
and that was the problem is I couldn't do anything, and he was
yeah.
able to just macro and do anything to his heart's desire.
Yeah, but I do feel that Terran goes a lot of bio. I don't see a lot of meching Terrans, which I would think mech would be more powerful and just in general, but it's also a slower push.
I
Um,
versus I like to do a really early 2-2 mech push with like 4 siege tanks and a lot of blue flame hellions and 1 or 2 Thors. It's really good. It's just meant to take out the Zig's third and if they're making it a fourth.
yeah.
It's really yeah, but he did play that very well.
Oh
Did a
yeah,
very good job. Yeah.
it was really good. I mean, I was really surprised. I mean that's I was expecting. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything less than what I saw.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh well, that's cool. I mean, I've had my run-ins right now. Like I've hit a loss streak pretty badly, and all these losses I'm hitting are like stuff that I know I can kind of like, oh, this loss shouldn't have happened because I did this wrong. And it's like, well, and there's a lot of one where I'm like I moved commanded my army by accident, and I just lost my entire army to that. I was like, dang, and it was a base race situation too. I thought I had that one because I knew how big his army was on the other side of the field.
Yes.
I just didn't know. Um, I just hit the wrong button, and all of a sudden I lose my Colossus and my entire army. I was like, jeez.
Yeah, that sucks.
So